To be fair. Good afternoon. I am Mr. Brad Chester, the youngest, tallest, and the man with the best flowing locks now in 40K. I'm here with the combined might of Stillfrosty Gaming. And this is an actual picture of Eloise, if you haven't seen her.
Oh.
Oh, that's a nice picture you got there, Eloise.
I mean, I literally got red hair now, so there's that.
A lot of people didn't even know you were a sock puppet.
It's her final form. She's evolved.
She has also made not one, but two different PowerPoints for me to screw up today. And if you're wondering, will I mess anything up? I already sent us live to the wrong place. So
We're super proud of you. We should probably let Sean know so he knows to delete that.
Nah. I'm gonna delete mine. Then I'm just gonna have him wonder what the hell's going on because it's literally 10 seconds of me flexing, and that's it. I might put that live every day on his page. It's like, what is even happening? Just me eating a sandwich on Sean's page. Oh man!
Good morning, Sean.
This seems totally reasonable. No bad things can come from this whatsoever.
So we've got stuff. You're making it looks like a Band-Aid. What is happening over there?
So last week, or actually it was 2 weeks now, I started working on some bases for some Chaos Knights. And
ooh, can I see the regular base next to the Chaos base?
Yeah.
Oh, a normal size base.
Oh, normal size base. Here's a Space Marine on there.
Because I thought these were normal size bases.
No, that's actually I should probably go the other way. So here's a Space Marine on a 32 millimeter base, and I'm building some bases for some War Dogs.
Oh.
So last week I started building these out, but then I got sidetracked by working on a display board and finished painting my army, and then I finished the flooring yesterday, and now I'm starting to put out the details. So I'm putting some walls in, building out the gravel. But some of the bases were just a little bit boring, so I'm using some cloth that I've cut down, and I'm going to make some rugs, seal them in Mod Podge, and then just give them a nice coat of paint.
You just say rugs?
Yeah.
Like a Persian rug?
Yeah. So it's supposed to take place in like a Imperial Temple. And I feel like there's going to be like carpets and runners and stuff.
And drapery.
And drapes. So there'll be like drapes off the side of the building, flags. Should be interesting. We'll see. And then when I'm done with that, then I just need to start painting these. So I hope I'll get them started painted today.
I like it.
What are our?
What kind
and
of?
Eloise wants to start painting arcoflagellants.
Arcoflagellants. I like that too.
We bought 20 of them, so she wants to go paint 20 arcoflagellants. Anonymously. She doesn't want to be seen.
She's already being seen. I've got her picture right there.
Oh, well, of sock pocket. With her new red hair.
And I've already put up a poll. It's actually a Q&A. I don't understand how to do this. Does it dominate all the chat? What is going on here?
I don't know.
I didn't mean to do this. I broke the internet.
Please undo.
I think you just need to delete that.
I'm ending the Q&A because I don't know what's happening.
I don't think that's what you wanted to accomplish.
I'm afraid. All right,
it wouldn't be a Brad chat if something didn't go wrong technologically.
That worked perfectly. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. How long does this take you?
How long does it take me? This project's taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, just because of drying times. So all these bricks were individually laid out with Elmer's glue, so I had to wait for Elmer's glue to dry. So it takes about an hour if not longer. And then I had to seal it in that Mod Podge product that I was talking to you about last time. The thing that you don't believe actually exists, but I have it in my hand right now.
Doesn't exist at all.
Totally exists.
Completely does not exist.
It's 100% right here. So it exists.
A lie. I feel that you just made that up and showed it to me just to mess with my head.
Actually, we should do that.
Just make up products.
Make up a product with a 1960s looking label on it and hope for the best.
I mean, that's literally what you already did, so. And I'm panicking already. Here is the gift. Damn it, the gift looks terrible. Ah, I downloaded a crappy one.
We're all disappointed in you. It's okay. I haven't seen it yet because you're still 40 seconds ahead of me.
Oh, I'm gone on vacation. I'm back. Okay.
I'm going on vacation.
I don't know. My phone said connection lost.
Any suggestions to spice up my Votan running through a flowery field? Unicorns is always. Unicorns are always the best. Period.
Unicorns?
Yeah.
I
Hard stop.
really like the Votan that you fought against.
Well, speaking of Votan, for Zach, I would want to see what he has done so far, and then I can make some suggestions there. And it also depends on like what color his army is, and what kind of look he's going for, what kind of flowers they are. I feel like that makes a little bit of a difference too. All right.
Why are we so delayed? When I do this normally, it's not delayed. You and I have the longest delay in the universe.
I haven't the slightest idea.
I feel like
100% responsible for the technology.
I feel like when you and I are on stream, the delay is somewhere between 6 and 7 hours.
Probably.
It feels like it sometimes.
It's when you go live in the settings, it says, do you want normal lag, short lag, or extended lag?
I never choose anything different. I always choose I wanted to be shortest, but I would go with no lag. The only time that we need to have more lag is when we need a Tom button, so we got to censor it. When Tom threatens to fight the internet.
I mean,
I feel like you're more likely to fight the internet than Tom, though.
Not anymore. I'm just old.
Not anymore.
I'm just broken.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you're going to fight the internet, because you're old. You're like, I don't understand this newfangled contraption that I've been streaming on for officially 13 months now.
I mean, I will fight you because I'm confused. I guess that is old man status. I don't know what's happening. We should fight.
You know, you've officially, DOG's been streaming since October 17th, 2022.
I have not.
Hey, you have. You were on that first stream.
No, I wasn't.
The Monday streams have been going on since October 17th, 2023. So you guys have been doing it for over a year. 2022, sorry.
Well, hot damn.
And you guys didn't even celebrate your 1 year anniversary.
Because I didn't know there was a 1 year anniversary.
Well, now you do.
Exactly. Tom takes on the whole internet. Brad fights the internet provider. But it would be me yelling at AOL. Ah! Come outside and fight me. We're not even open.
The white things. Thank you.
I feel like this base was done.
At me.
I feel like this base was done, and then you ruined it by putting on shaving cream and something else.
Okay, it is 100% my fault. I'm a monster.
We already figured that out earlier.
That's why you're seeing it out on the internet. There's no secret to anyone.
So what this does, Brad? So because it's made out of foam, Eloise observed that it was a little spongy. It wasn't quite firm, and I mean, she is right. It is a little more spongy. So by adding on some fabrics, making some rugs.
Will it be a Persian rug? Or will it be a fluffy rug?
It will probably just be a normal rug.
Shag rug from the 70s?
No.
That one will give you a nice rug texture because it's
There is zero chance that will paint well.
I also named a couple rugs, and I don't know the difference between any of them. Like you could put a gun to my head, and I wouldn't know what that kind of rug was in the first place.
I can tell you what a shag rug is. That's about it.
The
Exactly.
rug where you shag.
I think a Persia rugs are the ones that are like super flat, but they're super detailed.
That doesn't have me. Brad is AOL CD rich. He is waiting for the collapse where they are worth more than Bitcoin.
Oh, I like this. We should name this chat Little Brad Big Hobby.
You see? That's the shag rug for his Marines. It's not my crazy brain.
As always,
I
go
mean, it
down
is, but-
slightly more. Get in the camera.
There you go. All right. It's like I change the position of this camera literally every single time we go live.
What?
Holy sport.
Why
Yeah,
have you not told me about you don't talk about your camera stuff because there's breaking news. As this is a hobby stream, I feel like I should let everyone know I'm making a Wild West Orc army for my Store Narrative League. What? I need to see this immediately. That's awesome sauce.
That is pretty.
And what? Oh, no.
A Wild West Orc army
Like pew pew.
with 6-shooters and shit.
I assume it's like William Money from The Unforgiven. I like that Nemo. This makes me happy. I have much joy in my heart now. Oh, yeah, that's true. You did send me pics. I already said the same thing about how I was excited about it. Now I remember. I mean, this is also coming from a person that literally woke up in the Myers parking lot on Saturday. So,
Oh.
You?
yeah, I literally, my sick mind apparently broke down, and I lost some time. And I woke up in the Myers parking lot at 11:55. In my bag that I bought was one sponge, some lunch meat, a flight of cheese. I didn't know you could do a flight of cheese.
I mean,
That
I'm
was
not disappointed. I'm not disappointed by these purchases so far.
a thing of Bloody Mary mix. I have no alcohol in my house because Britt doesn't drink. What else did I get? One green pepper. It was so random. It was like I went to a Blackout Myers episode, and apparently I was on my own scavenger hunt. I immediately called my best bro and went, I don't care if you're sleeping or not, we're talking about what's in this bag.
because clearly I went on an adventure.
I mean, how was the cheese though?
Actually really good. my flight of cheese is amazing. It was fantastic cheese. So sometimes you have to have your mind black out because you have early onset dementia and you just wander about. I'm starting to think there's a reason that Michigan doesn't want me to drive.
I mean, I can see why. I can.
But it
Maybe just maybe there's something going on there, Brad.
Yeah. Who am I to ask Blackout Brad where he's going? See, I don't even have to spend money on alcohol. I just black out. Good times. Uh-oh, damn, it's Playmaker's going to give you Southern accents tips. So I lived in Florida for 6 or 7 years, and my mom and my sister both got random accents, but only on certain words that they kept. And it's just hilarious because in the middle of a conversation, my mom will just be like, "Meow," like some fucked up drawl. And I'm like, what is that? Literally, what is that?
Well, we live down south for a year and a half now,
Yeah.
and I say Tim.
Oh no.
At least I don't say give me some ice from us for my drink. They don't say ice, they say us.
I'm not gonna lie still, and I've said this before, one of my favorite things when I start drinking is to get you to start drinking and then get us really drinking so that you can make up your own language, and it makes me so happy. You could basically make your own code because you speak several languages. And I mean, I only make fun of it because it's fun, because I speak poor English and even shittier Spanish. That's my only options. And you're fluent in multiple things. But I do like when you put them together.
I actually have a couple of friends that we can communicate, like,
In your Franglish?
yeah, Franglish, German, Mandarin, we can do it easy.
Oh, you've had sentences before where you literally went English, French, Mandarin, and something else, and I was like, none of those were the same language. Real quick shout out, Zoobs. Missed you guys too. I really wish I was able to show up at Du Bois. I did like the fact that you guys recreated us. We made a tower, and Zoobs, I was doing a high five, and another man, we sandwiched him between our belly, and you could see him just cringing between us going, no. And they recreated the picture. Yeah, I love this.
What are you doing, Brendan, with the class thingy?
What am I doing? So I'm making runners, like rugs and flags for this terrain.
What is it? I don't understand what you just said. You might
I'm
as well
making
have spoken.
rugs. I'm making rugs.
But like, what is
What?
like the whole thing?
Not the whole thing, just on certain pieces to add a little bit more color, because when it pops, so the bases themselves are going to be a light gray, and then I was going to do red on like flags and banners and stuff in order to just add some more color, texture, and character.
So I've got two things that I already have up, so I will break my mind and the internet if I have to pull more things up. No, I'm talking to the chat on this one. But you guys, Eloise and Mr. Brandon, you guys are responsible for me remembering to pull up the pics that were sent to me by chat so we can look at them at the towards the end of the stream after we've done all our other stuff.
All right.
Okay.
Because I've got a bunch of stuff up, and I'm just saying I'm feeble and old.
Well, I want to know what you're doing this weekend, Brian. Are you doing anything fun for Thanksgiving?
Weirdly enough, so here's the deal. My family was one side was super huge, and the other side was decent size, and we all got together like religiously every single holiday. And then COVID happened, and unfortunately I had a lot of my family pass away at the same time, and I'm the oldest of the oldest of the oldest because I was mistakey baby. And I've got a lot of cousins that are like 20, 30 years younger than me. And everybody's starting families now. And apparently COVID hit, and my family just scattered to the winds. And everybody goes somewhere else now. So like a lot of my uncles and aunts are traveling to my cousins. So instead of these two centralized sides of the family that we used to go to for literally my whole life, now everybody's going to all kinds of different things. So we have little small gatherings. I'll have some stuff on Thursday, but it used to be literally gigantic gatherings, and now it's just the remnants of the old empire of holiday mojo. My family's so big on my dad's side. My grandma was one of 10 children, and every one of those 10 children, and every one of those 10 children had at least 4. For like the first 20, 30 years of my life, I used to meet a new cousin at every holiday.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that shit. So you have stuff on Thursday that's planned?
I had some. Cool. It's really almost nothing though comparatively. I'm going to play a TTS game on Thursday for my league that I got drawn into by Robert, one of our DLG members.
Because Thanksgiving's not a real holiday, you know.
Well, it's at 11, and he's in somewhere in Europe. He's somewhere that GMT, wherever GMT is the time.
That's the Greenwich Mean Time, so that could be England, France, Spain, Portugal.
Yeah, he said that, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. I go, I'm EST. Figure it out. I acknowledge no other time zone.
No, that's was right to not make a PowerPoint for this stream. I was bored this morning, so I wanted to show you guys all the pictures that I took at the World Championship, because some of the armies were
pretty dope.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
We didn't even take that many. I completely forgot about it. Like,
Brendan, trust me, I'm a content creator.
yeah, then I completely forgot to take
Okay,
pictures.
I have to go to the wall here. Playmakers, like, we have to rent a Catholic school cafeteria for Thanksgiving because the family is so large we can't all go into one house. I just assume you guys are all 8 feet tall except for your grandma. Rhinoceros Rex goes, Brad's family is larger than the entire state population of Rhode Island. For the one side, yes. That's what happens when you got a giant Catholic family. So many babies. So, Zoobs, I'm so excited about reading this one. Brad, we did your name honor. Saturday night, we bought 100 wings, 5 pounds of tater tots, and invited anyone walking by to hang out. We had almost 30 people for the hangout. There was a sing-along and many liquor. That
sounds infinitely more fun than when I played it.
Dude, I love... So, Horton's been doing it so we finish early on Saturdays. And they have this great spot right outside because they have a vendor area. And then we have tables and chairs and stuff out there. And we just kind of get together and just eat and hang out. And just, that's my favorite part of tournaments. It's just the fucking around and chilling and telling stupid stories and drinking too much and eating too much. And eating so much junk food that your body's like, please, no, stop.
No more.
You should eat something. Here's a piece of fruit already.
I did get to hang out with some Swedish people. Never met them before this past weekend. And they were very sad that we kept going to these restaurants. And they're like, can I have vegetables or fruit? And they're like, we don't have that.
Centric Athlete,
We
yeehaw.
have the tomato and the pickles for the burger.
We went to this restaurant called the Varsity, which is a very famous restaurant in Atlanta. And they normally just make the burgers a set way, but they wanted, burgers with like lettuce and tomato. And they're like, do you have lettuce and tomato? And they're just like looking at them. And then like, yeah, we do.
All right. One, if you don't have lettuce and tomato on your burger, you're a communist. I'm just saying.
Well, I think in their defense, I think they just do such high volume that they probably keep stuff mostly plain and then they can add it on later.
Oh, I'm going to go to both these things. So we got Carl Malone and fucking Zoobs in here. I'm going to go to Zoobs first because it's a quick story. So Horton had to talk us down because we were going to order Taco Bell for me at 1 a.m. So last year, God, I don't even remember what tournament it was. I was explaining to him at the boys. It was whatever tournament we went to literally the week before the boys. And I said I was going to order for Brenton and everybody some Taco Bell. So I used my Uber Eats, but I didn't change the address. So I just sent Britt Taco Bell at like 3 a.m. She was not happy. So
That could be pretty fucking hilarious. Because I don't know, did they like just leave it on the patio or
yeah,
did
but
they like,
the
bang
dogs
on the door?
like the dogs went nuts. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
Because there's somebody on the porch. So, this is what I'm talking about. Lyle coming in with a $10 super chat. You're stupid, dude. Deal with. I love that Lyle's like, here's some money and here's an insult. Your stupid dude, deal with it video was so good that my wife watched it and decided that she shouldn't play the R we've been building for months to get her into competitive 40K. Thanks, Brad. You're welcome. You should.
So whoa! What army does Heidi want to play though? That's what I want to know.
Ooh, I'm coming up to play with them this week. Oh, or they might be coming down. Oh yeah, I was supposed to figure that out 2 days ago. So
Proud of you. Well, I want to know what army Hardy wants to play now, so I can.
I do kind of want to know that. Let's see. Carl Malone, Master Valric promised you new mandrakes. You know, mandrakes are literally my favorite. Do you guys know what the fluff of mandrakes are? It's really cool.
Are those? Do they like peel off skin or something?
No, that's the other guys. So mandrakes are for dark elves.
That's the other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a reasonable assumption.
True. But mandrakes are literally like the boogeyman. They're like Candyman of the Dark Eldar. The mandrakes are literally half in and half out of the warp, and they'll just appear. They're like literally the bedtime story, the bad guys that show up, and they legitimately show up in 40K like that. They'll just gank you and take off. you just get their service, like, kind of, but they're really there to just do bad shit and leave. It's wild. They're just crazy whack
So
enemies.
they're the Freddy Krueger of the 40K universe.
Worse, Freddy Krueger's still goofy-fied. I mean, I hate to say it,
Yeah,
they
but Dark
literally-
Elder are kind of goofy-fied, though.
I don't know. I mean, even though it's a shit movie, they're more like the Candyman of that. They're like the Bloody Mary. You say it into the mirror, and all of a sudden, mandrakes are behind you going, "Should have done that, yo."
So
That's what the-
Hellraiser.
Jeez.
Are we talking about Hellraiser then? Because
Maybe.
Hellraiser kind of
Maybe on
Hellraiser
that.
kind of just does that.
I'll give you that. I'll give you like more of a Hellraiser.
I mean, they're in the movies. I mean, I don't know about the most newest ones, but
I like it.
in theory, they're fucking hell terrifying, and they take you to hell.
Corey coming in with Heidi definitely wants to play some type of elves to make Lyle upset. Corey, by the way, I have like a shit ton of random memes and random TikToks that I'm going to send you. I've saved a small file that said "show to Corey when I see them." That's literally in my phone.
Did you know that Corey had a son? That's why he's been kind of absent.
MIA even. He's a parent. I like
I know.
with other people that I think, well, he's already a teacher. He's already like he basically was doing test runs on other people's children to figure out what he could do wrong. And now he's going to do everything right.
He's like, ha practice run.
You ruined your kids, but I'm going to make my kid the best. Uh-oh, I love that. It presumes Biggie Mandrake, Biggie Mandrake, Biggie Mandrake. Be right back. Something behind me. Definitely AdMech. Jesus. The AdMech is wildly the most expensive army in the game still.
Sister of Silence.
No, it's not even
Sisters of
close.
Silence is pretty expensive.
Oh, no, it's not, because you just buy Mike's army off him for like a nickel.
I love that army. It's so bad, but it's so good.
God, when we played that, it was so
Wanna look
amazing.
at- sorry.
Sisters of Silence, natural enemy, the Rhino.
I can relate, and I play a tower army. There were 2 games where I could just not kill a rhino this past weekend.
So, Brett, I'm going to give you the thing. I wouldn't look for Black Friday deals. The best way, and this is only if you're willing to do a little bit of work, and of course I don't do any of my own work, so it's tough for me to say this, but like the most stuff I've bought, and I just give it to Snakes to fix, I like buying lots of armies. Not like lots, like the amount, but like a whole people that sell their armies.
Like the entire army.
The entire army, yeah. So like eBay lots and stuff like that. You can get just a ridiculous amount of models for so cheap. Don't go for like random pro-painted shit. Look for a trash army or an unpainted army that somebody's looking to get rid of. You can get so much for so little. It's just the best way to go. You're going to get a bunch of shit you don't want, but like, as I said yesterday, shamelessly promoting my video, the rules always change. You know what I mean? Some stuff that was good becomes bad. Stuff that was bad becomes good. So I just like to have lots of options, because when stuff changes, you want to be ahead of the game anyways.
Mhm.
So that's what I would do, because a couple of these box sets are really good though. Those GW box sets they put out are pretty legit as far as the value in them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for anything, I would do those. If you're looking for new shit. Uh-oh, Peaches the Destroyer coming in.
More?
$10 super chat. Damn, caught you boys live while at work. Brad thinking of a new Space Marine list with 3 Woofing Dreads and Bjorn, Iron Priest escorting them, and 3 squads of Skyclaws and Meltis as a base, maybe some I don't even know, Blood Claws. And Lucas the Trickster? I'm down with Lucas the Trickster always.
You got it? Okay.
Uh-oh, Lyle coming in, talking some shit to you. Brandon, I can't believe you took Tau without talking to me about your list.
You know, so I talked to Brad. Brad's like, this is the best towel list you could possibly take.
It is.
And then I took it, and I got my shit pushed in.
I mean,
multiple times for the dumbest fucking reasons.
but the thing
Your
is,
natural enemy.
My natural MS. Have you ever played Borderlands, Brad?
yes, I have.
Okay, you know Claptrap.
Yes, I
and how his natural enemy is stairs. My natural enemy is the wall that I could just not go through or
So
shoot or
the only thing
like.
is, I might, it is a counterpoint. Have you ever thought about being better?
Have I ever thought about being better?
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Eloise coming in with the chair.
Wait. I purposely.
I sent Brad a whole bunch of pictures of the tables I was
I
playing on.
literally have to give him credit for this. So Brandon, I go, Brandon, you're full of shit. You have all the angles in the world. And he's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, prove it. And he sends me pictures, and I'm like, well, looks like I was wrong about this because there is fucking so many U's. I go, also, those aren't GW layouts. Like, they weren't GW 1, 2, 3, 4. They were just made up. They were GW fucking platform 9 3/4. It was nothing.
Okay, well, Lyle, I'll need you to send me the list because I don't know what the new list is. But if I play a GW format, I'm not taking this list. It's not optimal to deal with U's.
You need infantry.
I need some infantry. I never would have guessed that I would lose to a unit of 5 Rangers that I couldn't kill.
Love this. Corey has it right. And also, again, Todd's like setting us up. Corey goes, Brandon, you always ask Brad for advice, then instantly say nah and play something else instead, which is historically true all the time, by the way.
Except for this event where I took the list verbatim from Brad, and it was my worst performance at a tournament ever.
He literally spent
The worst record I've ever had, thanks to Brad's list.
He spent the whole weekend saying, I will stop listening to Brad. That please does not
I would
play
say- I would
like
say-
I play. It's not
you
my
know
play
what?
style.
I would show up on my death blend with an IV on me going, Brad coming out off the ring rope. Todd goes, Brad also tells me Thunder Kid are good, and yet might get my shit pushed in when I play them, which means it's either A, player issue, or B, Brad is setting us up for failure. I think it's option B.
I have 100% option B. I'm not saying the list is bad because I felt the power. The issue is the terrain. Like, you could literally just stage, 10 Chosen or 10 Terminators or whatever and just deny 3 pieces, 3 objectives immediately. And I had 0 recourse.
I still think you did because of the fact that I think that you needed to use your trash trading pieces a little differently and a little more aggressively as far as aggressive blocking, not aggressive killing. You know what I mean?
I did. I have pictures of it.
I saw some. I'm saying, but like you're always looking. You're still looking for the kill. You know what I mean? Because that model's still most of the shit they're putting down. You could have countered with OC, whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, so the list I'm thinking about moving into if I play in this type of format,
I still
it
don't
just
like
has
the
some
fish.
infantry.
Oh, I can see that. Like Lyle comes up with the $5 super chat. He goes, new list is still 9 to 12 crisis, but with 12 fusions, 6 cyclics per unit. A lot of people have been doing that just not to get killed. At least 3 units of fire warriors and fish.
The breachers.
Yeah, the breacher fish are fine. The only thing with the breacher fish is I do like the OC and the volume of shots. It's just that they instantly get smoked afterwards. You know what I mean? Because you're just right up in front of somebody and you're like, hey man, I'm wearing a trash bag and I'm T3. You're like, this should probably be okay, right? Oh no, I'm dead.
I actually think they're more survivable than you think, Brad, because they have the Guardian drone, so they're -1 to wound.
Yeah, and ranged.
And then, what's that? Yes, it's at range too. It's -1 to wound.
No, I'm saying it's not -1 to wound in hand to hand.
I don't care about that. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna punt them. Like,
also,
just assault them with anyone.
I just want to say, if I had Farsight, all my woes about the center of the table and like deploy teleport homers would have been solved.
I fail to understand how Farsight makes all secondaries work.
Because I could charge in. I could deny other people's shit. Whereas it's like, hey, there's 5 Rangers in the center of the table, backed up by 10 Wraithguard. What are my solutions? 48 smart missile shots over 4 turns.
Peach just comes in with Lucas. You already had me with Lucas Peaches. Yeah, I already like him. And I don't know how much I love the Dreadnought list, but I do love whooping Dreadnoughts. And they have an invul, and that makes me happy. And also, thematically, total psycho Dreadnoughts running at you, like advancing and moving, makes me super happy. So I say yes.
So
Oh, Corey's coming in. Let's do this. We're talking about this weekend, Saturday.
Nice.
I want to throw down. Throw down. Speaking of that, we should probably bring up some of these pictures, right?
Probably. I mean,
We're really in.
you're just having so much fun.
I am. Da, blam! You know what I did? I stopped being able to look at what you're doing, and you're going to tell me about these pictures. So
All right,
either
you need to tell me which presentation you're looking at.
I'm
because
looking at the models you played against.
Okay. So the first picture is there's this gentleman from Vietnam. His entire Votan army looked like Santa Claus. Every single one, he's sculpted on a little Santa hat.
These make me happy.
So I didn't get a picture of it, but on the Age of Sigmar side, there was a demon army that was just giving out Christmas presents. So like they had a.
Why is AOS always cooler than 40K for this kind of shit?
I mean, you could do it in 40K.
Yeah,
It's just no one did.
someone would probably be a dick about it.
Yeah.
Kramer's answer to this question was something about making the noise of horses at a tournament or something like that.
Yeah. I think all the Age of Sigmar players had their sanity and their dignity taken away from them a couple years ago. So they're willing to convert everything into a Christmas theme.
I will come. I already told Lila to come up. As long as you murder your cats. Ooh, this
But
is.
yeah, no, it was just pretty cool.
Ooh, this
that
is.
guy,
Cool. Tell me about this other army. I'm done with Santa because I got sidetracked by the new stuff.
So the next army was just a Death Watch army where he wanted to go with like a, I guess like a Tron kind of theme.
No, the video game. Cyberpunk? No.
Cyberpunk. Like, like a new wave Tron, Cyberpunk kind of feel to it.
Those are not the
So-
same.
Like retro 80s, like
No, not Cyberpunk.
I don't know.
That video game that came out and it was glitchy and everybody was mad.
Cyberpunk. 2077.
2077, that is true. And it did have all of the glitches in the world. I like that the picture that you show is literally you about to lay waste to the unit.
But he did not because he took
No. The unit that I did get, this is the one and only time I got, what's it called? Plunging fire. He's like, I'm going to arm of contempt. And I'm like, that's cool. My basic shots are AP3.
If you go back to the previous slide, you can see Brandon's natural enemy, which is a random unit of 5 boys behind a wall.
Be better. Ooh, this Riptide's pretty bad. Is this a Riptide?
It's a ghost kill. So there was another Tau army that was super heavily converted, but he was from Sweden. I didn't actually play against him just because he was in a different bracket. But he did all of his orcs. And I know you're a little colorblind, but the ghost keel is purple because purple's super sneaky.
Purple's super sneaky.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
So he had his Pathfinders were Gretchen with armor on them. His crisis suits were all like, there's orc knobs in them and different war gear so they could believe in whatever shot they wanted to fire. And he actually, if you look at the picture where the model's in a cardboard box, you can see a giant orc with like a jetpack on the back. He sculpted that from green stuff.
This army's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
It's like,
And, like,
Skittles, taste the rainbow.
Yeah, he had a little bit of everything. He just wanted a very diverse army, and him and I were chatting, and we were plotting Tau lists for this type of format. But he just wanted to have a little bit of everything to play the mission better, and he was just he was raving about infantry.
I love it. You ever seen a purple orc, Brad? No, technically I have not. Maybe.
I mean, maybe they are super stealthy.
Is this his army? This is the cardboard box. Yeah.
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 And you can see the orc in the back where it's has a jump pack, and that's sculpted with green stuff and wire.
That's pretty sick, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his army was gorgeous.
Look at this. Look at this bum moving his models around.
Yeah.
Oh shit! The sisters' army is badass.
Yep.
This
So-
is the reason why I'm painting right now.
It turns out when you lose a bunch of games, you get into the well painted bracket. So so he both the Tau Army and the Sisters Army, they made the showcase, and every single Sisters model had like a little nameplate on the front of it that talked about what squad they're from, and there was just a lot of freehand, a lot of like edge highlighting. It was just a very sharp looking army. Like,
There is a lot of pictures of that army. Like every single picture after that is the sister army.
yeah. Eloise was very enamored by the Sisters of Battle army. So much, in
he's
fact,
got
that
mud splashes on the tank.
yeah.
This is so cool.
Well, if you look closely, like on their thighs and like on just various parts, he has inscriptions. You know, I mean, you can't read them because it's just gibberish, but it looks like literal letters engraved into the armor or painted onto the armor.
Man, this army's badass.
But yes, my natural nemesis, walls.
I love that, Eloise, you like went, everyone gets one, maybe two pictures. Sisters Army, 23 pictures.
And wait, I did not send you the video. I have like 5 videos of this army with zoom in and zoom out and all.
I don't even like tanks, and I like this army quite a bit.
Yeah.
It was like a jack of all trades kind of army. I mean, my arch nemesis of walls defeated me in this matchup, but he was playing a completely different style, just like a very balanced with a bunch of Battle Sister squads, and I think we're going to look at maybe incorporating some Battle Sister squads into Eloise's Sisters list, just to get some more Miracle Dice and more movement shenanigans.
You're back on Sisters?
I think I would have done better with Sisters of Battle than Tau, the Tau list I took.
Well, now you're throwing in the towel
problem
every
with
game.
The problem with the flag keyword, Michael, is that it can go over sisters, but not through walls.
Yeah, I could jump over guys, but going through walls, kind of difficult.
Do you want to show some of your cool stuff?
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
the other presentation.
Check this out. Boom! Transition? I don't know what that's called, but there's a name for that.
Transition.
No, but it's like a stinger. Ah, that's what it's called. It's called a stinger. Bling!
I got
I
nothing.
didn't resize it. Son of a bitch. Ah. I knew I didn't do something. Hold, please.
Oh, Bradley.
I almost had it completely. I had it completely right. And then I had
Until you did it.
I had Eloise coming in and out. She was very mercurial
Sorry,
about whether or
that's
not
my
she was
fault.
going to be here. there was a lot of,
No, I
I'm
was going to
in,
be here. My phone was like,
I'm in, I'm not in, I'm in again, I'm not in.
be right back.
Putting back up to chat. I tried. I get a participation award every time I come in. All right. Upscale and personalize your hobby.
So Eloise said, we actually had a very interesting conversation this morning. So, you know, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and she's like, well, what are you thankful for? And I was talking about things I was thankful for. And then she's like, well, what are you most proud of? And I'm like, do you mean like professionally, personally, hobby-wise? Hobby-wise. So she made me get a collection of all the projects that I've worked on this past year, just to reflect on everything and talk about why I'm proud of them. And that's what this is.
I was
Is
going.
this what you got out of our conversation?
I'm not gonna lie. I was going to edit it, and I thought you'd just be mad at me. But I was gonna put in the middle of this the dreadnought that I painted at CaliCon.
I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of you, Brad. You know why I'm proud of you? Because you actually painted a model. And I gave you shit, but you physically painted a model. Might have been drunkenly, might have been with your fingers. You might have been using like washable Crayola paints from the dollar store, but you painted a model.
You tried.
You tried.
Oh, I did. Well, 1,000%, Lyle. I will be watching the game. So if you guys want to have me there at that time, I will be wildly cheering for Ohio State. Hopefully, I get someone grabs me and takes me there because I'd like to be yelling at the screen like the psycho that I am. So
Is this the weekend where it's Ohio State versus Michigan State?
yes, not Michigan State.
Well, whatever. You know what I mean.
We pooped on Michigan State 2 weeks ago.
It was like
Blue or the green.
the Michigan State's the green, University of Michigan's the blue.
Sure.
Yeah.
The one with the hat.
I have to think about it because I legitimately don't care.
Well, you know what, KR? You hope your turkey's dry.
And he's like, well, too bad we're not having a turkey.
Communist. Tell me about this dreadnought. We're gonna go picture by picture.
Yeah. So the Dreadnought made that for Adepticon, and I was just pretty happy with how like the green stuff came out and how like it's more bright and actually finished all the edge highlighting. And now that I have 3 big ass Dreadnoughts like that, I'm just super happy with how they came out, converting, building, and painting wise. Probably my most favorite model to have built and painted in the last year. Now I just need to put it on the table more often.
Are they legend?
No, they're not legends. I mean-
They're part of your army, so you never know.
Hold, please. Is this goddamn dreadnought that gives me nightmares because Eloise has refused to die?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's Big Billy.
I put so many mortal wounds on this thing, and she was just like, nah,
Yes.
I'm just not gonna die. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
Let me roll.
And it makes me sad because like I have 2 ballistas dreadnoughts that I'm working on right now in between
screw
projects.
those goddamn
And I'm like,
ballistas.
and I hear like what you said, and I saw like all the Marine lists without ballistas dreadnoughts being successful, and I'm like, sadness.
You know what? I'm leaving this dreadnought because it makes me have PTSD. Tell me what's going on with this. I haven't even seen this. This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen you do, and I don't know what this is.
So you're on the next slide.
Yeah.
So my buddy Justin Cook, you should know Justin Cook.
Yeah.
He got married back in May.
I know this.
So, and how we met was we met over 40K back in 2006, and he was playing his Gene Steel, or well, I guess they were tuned at the time, and I was playing my Kroot Mercenaries, and I just wanted to give him a nice little wedding gift. So I made a little diorama of my crisis suits versus his Gene Stealers, and I matched his color scheme and just handed them to
This
him
is
as a
like the
gift.
coolest thing you've ever done, and I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I love.
Well,
the,
I got it done in like 3 days.
I love the flames
So
coming
we-
out.
We finished painting it. Well, he finished painting it in the.
I finished painting it in the morning. Like I went to his bachelor party, and then I managed to stay sober enough to finish painting it the next day.
Lyle does have a point with the $2 super chat. He goes, "Isn't refusing to die basically the point of dreadnoughts?" I was so confident that I was killing this. By the way, Lyle, I gave her so many wounds plus so many mortal wounds, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna consolidate." My whole plan was I kill this dreadnought, and I consolidated this thing, and then she can't go on to the objective, and I'm totally good. Instead, what happened was Eloise made like 16 of 25 ups, and she punched
Yeah.
a hole through Invocatus's face,
Good.
and she consolidated up, and I died. So that's what happened.
And I apologize for my rolls.
No, don't apologize to Brad.
I always apologize when I roll weirdly hot.
Don't apologize to Brad.
I was just like standing here going, well, that didn't go as planned. As she baned freaking Invocatus and just broke his back. I was like, well, shit.
So I doubt that I bait Invocatus
Yeah.
because I don't know his name. I called him Avocado. I bait the avocado.
He is
Close
avocado.
enough. He is avocado. Tell me about these bases. Some are
So-
dirty, some are clean.
Yeah, so the bases on the left, as Eloise eloquently put it, that's my rent payment. So she wanted to redo her Sisters of Battle bases, so I made her some new Retributor bases in the color scheme that she had chosen. And on the other side is a marble-based color scheme that a Tau player used for his army, and it just came out pretty well. Like, I'm just super excited with how learning, one, how to paint a marble effect, and two, making my vision come a reality without having any idea how to do it.
Nice. I like this. Avocado. What's that show, by the way? Is it Dead Rising? Dead Space? Dead Space? With Avocado?
What?
Somebody will know in the chat.
I don't know. I have no idea what
It's
you're
funny
talking
as
about.
shit. More bases. Are these blue?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Those are your Space Wolf bases.
Oh! I knew they looked familiar. Speaking of stuff, where's my... Where's... What did you take? You have something of mine that you were going to be cool.
I have a single one of your models that you left at my house.
Oh, no!
think-
Brenton's got a bunch of my knobs. That's what...
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know, south, north, they're all the same to me.
Yeah, so those are a bunch of the Space Wolf bases I did with. There's some glow in the dark crystals on
These
there.
did make the army look a billion times better, by the way.
And we made them he made them
Well-
expressly for you.
Yeah, I wanted to paint your army. Well, I wasn't repainting everything, but I was going to touch it up, and then I wanted to make everybody have like unique base, so you could quickly identify which unit was what, because you were just taking a bunch of units of 5.
Yep.
So, but
don't forget
the Space Wolf bases
I am
came
not
out
going to
really
figure
well.
the pictures. I got plenty of time. Ooh, this is the flowing blood river thing.
Yes.
I
So the
did-
next one is I did a corn display board and 110 corn themed bases for a World Eaters army back in April. And I guess like what I'm proud about with that is one, how quickly I knocked it out. Like that was all done in a week.
So effectively, if you take a really long time, it's not going to be as cool as if you only have a few days. Is that what I'm getting at?
It depends on how much time I'm going to be like being able to sleep and how much like energy drinks I'm going to have and whatnot.
Obviously, sleep is overrated. Everybody knows this. Also,
But no, it just
I'm not
came
gonna-
out really well. Like it popped out, and
this thing's badass.
A lot of learning resin went into that. Like the first pour that we did was
completely botched it.
yeah.
Like it wasn't red enough, so like it hit the paint and turned like gray.
Strong.
So we had to redo that.
Tell me about this
So
Tau
when you
duplex.
wanna pour a
So the next one is what I took this past weekend. So I found out I was going to the World Team Championship 10 days before the event. So I had to determine my army, build a display board, get all my models built and painted. And yeah, so I got that all done in 10 days. And I have a whole like tutorial and video about how I did all the steps, but had lights in it, had a resin river, made it 2 stories. There's a crash fire raptor in there because why not?
Because why not?
But I had the parts, you know.
I love everything about this. Man,
I was
I
it was
heard.
pretty cool.
Tell me about this Black Friday sale.
So this is Eloise's idea. So I've been doing commission work for the past, starting with that corn project. I've been doing commission work for bases and display boards and building models and doing all the stuff that no one really likes. So in honor of Thanksgiving and Black Friday happening this Friday, if you guys are interested in having some commission work done, you can just reach out to my website of stillfrostygaming.com and just shoot me a message with the Great Crusade 23. Not an homage to Thanksgiving whatsoever. And let's chat on your project. Give me some more content to talk about, work on camera with Brad.
Oh, I'm even starting a poll. I'm just going to let people look at it.
is Thanksgiving about the Great Crusade?
Thanksgiving is 100% an allegory for colonialism and murdering people.
You cannot say that on the internet.
It's true.
I
True
can-
story.
I can say anything I want. I'm Brad motherfucking Chester.
And canceled.
I was like, instantly gone. Damn it, not again.
Why did you do that, Brad? Why?
And
So what do you think's more important, Brad? So
I put up a poll.
I
Paint
yeah,
scheme,
but-
conversions, display board, and theme.
So I think so if you're looking at okay, let me take a step back.
Oh, real
So
quick, before you do that, where were the pictures sent? Messenger, Discord?
Oh, you're talking about pictures people are sending you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that everyone sent it on Discord because that's your favorite platform.
The one that I do use it every day.
That's what I'm saying. It's your favorite platform.
Just begrudgingly.
You're like, man, what would make my day? Using Discord.
Yeah, I like KR's question. More important for what? For what is more important for me is a theme. But what is
I'm
more
saying
important for what?
everyone personally. Like, what do you
okay.
consider more important to you? Just period. I don't care what you want to grade it on. Just what, you know what I mean? How you feel about that.
If we're talking about what I want to physically do with my army, I know I am not the best at painting. I'm okay, like a solid okay at painting, but I truly do enjoy uh, building and converting and making a unified theme with my bases and display board. So I take more pride in the other two categories. But if we're talking about like what is the most jaw-dropping thing and necessary to do well at a tournament, like where hobby scores are, it's painting 100%. Like just the different techniques. Like the painting brings everything together. You can have an expertly converted army, but because of the way it looks on the table, it doesn't quite pop. And that's what I'm finding, that my army, while converted and all these custom bases, tends to be a lot darker than a lot of armies who make like showcase or best painted. And I'm trying to incorporate more ways to make things brighter.
I'm
So
a big fan. See, my thing is I'm a big conversions fan. Paint's never been a huge thing for me because I can't see colors very well. So
yes.
I really enjoy customized stuff. That's my jam. This stuff is pretty cool.
Are you gonna post that up? Or
Yeah.
what are you looking at, Brad? I guess that's the. Are you looking at the orcs with Western gear? Or...
No, I didn't get the orcs with Western gear because I don't remember where those are. Tao, throw me some other pics. You know, but I will put these up right now. I'm gonna share
do it.
screen. Hold, please. Let's do a new window capture. This is gonna work out perfectly.
I see nothing wrong happening with this.
Bam. There. Oh, this isn't even terrible. Blazow. Blazammy.
Blazammy. All right.
Look, man, sometimes you gotta use.
You gotta make up words.
You gotta make up your own words. I am behind this 100%.
Okay, so this is the Votan. We're going through flowery fields. Okay.
Yes. Kablam. Oh, that dude's mask is cool, actually.
I like that color scheme. It's a really nice color scheme, and the grass definitely adds a little bit of subtle nature to it. What do you think, Elise? What do you think? What would you add? So
Strawberry.
I know that there's some. What I would probably suggest is the same company where the yellow flowers are from your call. They make different colors. Like we have green with red or green with pink. And it just adds that little bit of pop and vibrance to it, where the yellow kind of just looks like grass. Actually, Elise, can you grab the flowers that we have?
I kind of agree on this. I like Hera's theme when he goes. He likes display boards, and theme are the most fun to do, but paint is the big deal in his opinion.
Yes.
I could get behind that if I could see colors better, to be honest with you. I enjoy, because I'm somebody that got into the game because of the lore, that's the bigger deal for me. And conversions and boards tell more of a story than just a well-painted army. So that's why I like him this much. He has red, pink, and orange.
Okay. Yeah, so they make all sorts of different colors. Like we have some cherry blossoms. We have
I cannot find them. I want you to find them. I don't
well,
know.
I know where they are, but it's not worth grabbing them. But I would say anything that adds a little bit of brightness and color just to blend in, I think that would help. I do like the black rims just because it makes everything else pop.
Where did Todd put the damn pictures of the Wild West orcs? I know, find these. I'm zooming back into a chat. And there's a,
It's like
there's a, and there's
you
a,
add different
and
texture.
the last thing you sent me though a picture was a baby seal getting beaten.
Strawberry to add different texture.
So Eloise suggests for the Votan army adding some shrubbery just for some different texture. So you have your static grass, you have the chunky versions of it. If you go to your local train store, they have different types of flock. You could do that. So you can do individual leaves. They have a leaf press where you can take pieces of paper or plastic and cut them into various shapes of leaves, and you can glue those on. Looks like this. And this you can buy this on Amazon, but it like cuts pieces of paper into shapes of leaves, and you can just put them down on the base. You could probably add a little bit of resin effects too. So like if you wanted to make it be a little bit more muddy, you can add like a little bit of water texture with just resin, just to give it a little bit more of a kick and more visual interest. But you don't want to go overboard because it takes away from your paint scheme, right? But yeah, I think you definitely have a good start. I would just pick out some bright colors to contrast the green. I would probably do pinks and reds and oranges, but it sounds like that's what you're doing already.
You know what? I love the fact that this fire's going, and then we've got sock puppet Eloise, and then you're doing stuff. I don't know.
Well, we're sacrificing sock puppet Brian.
I know. It's just, but you might not like this format, but I do, so it makes me super happy. So I'm gonna keep it this way.
Brian will be the green-haired one.
Well, yeah, but if you look at the picture, Eloise, he's being sacrificed in front of the fire.
That is true.
He's on fire.
He's on fire. He's lit.
He is.
I mean, Brian is lit.
But I'm glad you're feeling better, Brad. Like, I'm bummed that you missed Du Bois, and I'm bummed you didn't come hang out with me in Atlanta, but
I'm less of a dumpster fire. I'm actually going to end this stream and immediately get in my car and pick up so many prescription drugs. So
Please don't get in your car. You're gonna end up in.
look,
are you actually able to drive, or are you just kind of, like, gonna wing it?
fine.
Are
Why do you gotta bring up old shit? That happened like 3 days ago.
because you literally said, I'm gonna pick up so many prescription drugs.
Well, I mean, I am. I'm picking up 5 things. So
Are these like your normal?
no, they're all new.
They're all new. Okay.
You were.
See, we are no longer the knights who say nee. We are now the knights who say iki patang zoom boy. Yeah.
That is that's a tough battle cry though. Zoom boing. Before we go, one thing that I need something. I need someone to tell me a cool series to watch over the weekend, or maybe this week. I don't know. Basically,
I think you should watch Nailed It, because I feel like the way they make cakes and design and decorate their cakes are like your art style.
I'm no longer friends with you. Sorry, we had a good run. This is where I call it quits.
It's been a solid 12 years now.
Yeah, I'm pretty done with you.
KR, I agree with your assessment. Starting 5 new drugs right before Thanksgiving, what could possibly go wrong?
I'm gonna start being a drag racer, I think. What? Seems also what could possibly go wrong. Give me a moment. Lyle said me some picks.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna end with Lyle. Oh, this shit's cool. What the hell is this stuff?
I don't know.
That we have so much lag. If you don't describe, we're
You need to describe what you're looking at, Brad. Because
I'm not gonna describe it. I'm just gonna show it.
okay, well,
Oh,
it's still not up.
Oh,
So we're gonna have to
I'm
wait a
working
solid
on it. Bam! Now it's up.
All right. 40 seconds.
Do 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 do. But it's Dwarfy Boys. Pretty cool looking.
short people.
I like this cloak.
Okay.
I like the trim on the cloak quite a bit.
Heidi, have you seen a lot of Heidi's? I know you can't tell like the subtle differences, but Heidi, she's been attending some classes at Adepticon and I guess watching videos of how to be a better painter with blending and stuff. It shows. Like it looks really sharp. Like it looks really good. Especially like the flesh tones. Like I really like how she did the blending of the I would say non-metallic metal on the cloak and the blending on the kneecap of the green. Like it's a sharp army. Keep
Ooh.
that away from Brad.
I'm going to show
You-
more
you-
of these. Also, guys, I've watched Band of Brothers. KR, you are 100% right. I just watched Blue Eyed Samurai. That's the very last thing I watched, and I really liked it. She's badass.
There is no way anything that I would suggest you would like.
Well, make a suggestion for. Actually, Brad, you should watch. This is on YouTube. If you go to Gels Marble Run, they're having the 2023 Marble Olympics.
You say Marvel Olympics?
Marble, like
Marble.
the little glass spheres.
What Olympic? I don't even have the power of speech. What?
Okay, so back in 2000, I was watching the Tonight Show, not the Tonight Show,
2020.
2020. Yeah, 2020. John Oliver was covering, alternative sports to watch on TV, and he sponsored this YouTube channel which does sporting events for marbles. So like it's a team of marble or various teams of marbles competing against each other, and they all have their own mythology and their own color scheme and their own stadiums.
How do you compete
all
in
sorts-
marbles? You just throw them at each other?
No. We're gonna have to pull it up on YouTube after this.
There's no way you can explain that.
It's amazing. I have a shirt. Eloise and I have our teams. We root for the teams.
These Tan are pretty badass, by the way.
These birds look amazing.
Also, I'm pulling up Marble Olympics.
Here, I'm gonna put a link in the comments.
Oh, I'm searching it right now on YouTube. Marble Olympics. Apparently, it's been going on for a while because I can go.
It has been.
2023, 2022, 2021. Jesus Christ. Gels Marble Runs. Marble League event elimination race.
Yeah.
Is it this is real?
This is a real thing that was sponsored by a late show host. So they have the Marble Olympics, they have like Marble Extreme events, they have Marbula 1, which is a pun on F1. They have Marble Rally, which is outdoor racing. And they have just all sorts of shit. Like they have seasonal stuff for like Christmas and Halloween. Yeah, it's been going on since 2016. So like because it's been going on for close to a decade now, all these marble teams with unique color schemes have their own mythology, and like it's pretty cool. It's crazy. And there's so many stats for which marble does what that you could do like sports betting on them.
You know, I looked for
You
shows.
make me speechless.
You guys gave me some good shows, and then you gave me Marble Olympics, which
Zach recommended Chuck.
I watched Chuck when Chuck first came out, though. I mean, it's now
I
on
love
streaming,
Chuck.
but I watched it like when it was an NBC show or whatever. So
I rewatch it regularly.
I love
We
Chuck.
we
The
Eloise
early
apparent-
seasons are way better than the old seasons, though.
yes. I watched it for the first time a couple months ago.
Plus, she was also the voice in Mass Effect 2, so she's awesome.
Oh.
She's Miranda. So
If you like the marbles, they are also pigs race, mini pigs race.
Yep.
I don't even know what's happening here.
There's a whole subculture of just random races and shit on YouTube that have wildly popular fan clubs. Like there's one that just they race miniature pigs.
I mean, I can't say anything because we
We played
literally
40K.
Yeah.
So, Brett, I need you to watch it. I need you to figure out which team that you support. And I want us to talk about like Marble League statistics next Wednesday.
say it one more time.
I want you to pick out which team that you support, and we should talk Marble League statistics next week, Wednesday.
Yeah, because then we can go with KR's quote, "Honey, I lost the house betting on Marble Olympics."
I mean, if you're going to make a bet, there's certain teams that perform substantially and statistically better than other teams based on historical evidence.
I'm so angry about this because I know me, and I'm now going to go into a shitty YouTube hole of watching like 9 hours till 4 a.m. tonight, watching Marble Olympics after I'm done coaching today. Ah!
I mean, so there's in the Marble Olympics, there's 20 teams, but I think there's a total of 28 teams or something like maybe it's 32. Not all of them qualify because there's a whole qualification process, which is infinitely more difficult than qualifying for Team America. At least it's a formalized process that's publicly available. And yeah, like there's all these unique teams and they all have their own chants and their own like phrases and keywords. Like when I first started watching, I watched my favorite team was the Savage Speeders. And apparently they're based out of France.
What can
Yeah.
I say?
La Speeder du Sauvage.
I can't believe we're
Yeah,
saying that
exactly.
out loud on the internet.
The playmakers, we're gonna pivot to a Marble Olympic betting channel.
Well, so I guess the next race in the Marble Olympics is probably today. So we could place a bet right now. We can see.
No,
Well, we can't place a bet, but
it's illegal.
It is illegal. But we could talk about who may win the race today.
What kind of event is it?
I don't know.
I'm just looking at the fact that Rachel.
Balls of Chaos. See? Michael knows.
I Balls of Chaos.
That's a team. Eloise's favorite team is Team Momo.
Because their name are Momo, Momo, and Momo, and Mimo.
The captain is Mimo.
You know, on that note, I'm going to get my drugs, and I'm going to be sad that I'm now going to be. You know what? I will probably place a bet tonight on Marble Olympics. I will have to explain to Bryn while we're not doing anything for Christmas. Freaking blue son of a bitch. And on that
Do
note,
not bet on the Oceanic.
we're out.
Yeah, well, the Oceanics are not in the Marble Olympics, but if they were, I would highly advise you not betting on them.
And on that note, stay milky. We're out.
They